didn't even register with me. It was like I was just listening to it happening. I'm like, oh, I got to put my headphones on. I got to turn the mics on and all that kind of stuff.
Something's not going right over there.
What's that? Something's what?
The live stream isn't.
Oh, we should go home.
stream.
That's crazy.
Shut up.
The live
Shut
stream.
up,
We gotta.
you dumb
This
face.
we'll just come back another day for that to happen.
Okay, now it's going.
They're going?
No,
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry, Mary. And so towards the end of yesterday's show, we kind of left on a cliffhanger because Mary and Poundcake had really kind of worked themselves up to the point where they said, well, I've decided I'm not going to do this. And I will say this, even right now, you are not required to do this. This isn't a frat house. We're not in the 5th grade. We're all grown adults. You can do or not do whatever you don't want to do. I gave you one, Mary. I've got Poundcakes. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is the one chip challenge, which is in this box right here. And the chip is a Carolina Reaper and Trinidad Scorpion. So they take the hottest pepper on the world and add another pepper to it. And so those are the ones that ostensibly will be eating. Now, I said that I don't want to do this any more than anybody else, but I said I would do it because I said I would do it. I've been talking about this for 2 weeks. The audience has certain expectations when we get to this point. So I will do mine. We'll take our first break here in a few minutes, and then when we'll come back and I'll eat my chip. So I can be the Russian dog that they send into space, and you guys can see how that all plays out. But Mary and Poundcake don't have to do this. At the end of the show last night, there was some talk about cutting Mary's hair or coming up with some kind of shock collar punishment, much like the one that Poundcake was subjected to years ago. Was the pepper worse than the shock collar? Because
Yes.
you ate the Carolina Reaper pepper itself a few years ago,
Yes.
too. Poundcake has never won the Polar Blast. Bill usually wins. I've won one time. I think Mary's won once. Poundcake has never won. So he has done a punishment each and every time that we've done the Polar Blast.
I have done a punishment every year, and for this particular challenge, I usually go along to get along because I always assume that I'm going to lose. So I know I'm not creative enough to come up with a punishment. Obviously, I don't want to inflict pain on myself, but I remember this challenge specifically, and I am glad you guys are optimistic about taking this pepper, but it's because you don't have any frame of reference.
No,
on-
I understand.
on
I'm
what it is.
terrified of this thing.
So
I could barely sleep last night.
okay, so that is why. So I usually go along to get along. I will entertain this, but I don't know if I will consume this. I will put it in my mouth, but I don't think I'm going to swallow. I brought my milk and my yogurt just in case.
205, Bill. Write that down.
Okay.
I brought my milk just in case, my milk and yogurt. So I'm glad that you will understand when you try it. And even if you have to take it into pieces, I don't care. You can be a bitch on this. I'm serious because I just remember I had
Well,
one
I really
pepper.
don't want to. I mean, my plan is to hopefully eat the whole thing. I mean, it's not.
You're gonna feel high. That's number one.
No, I understand. I mean, I've still got to run the ship here. So, I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but I did say that I would do it. And so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm just saying that you don't have to and Mary doesn't have to. Mary is very, very displeased at this.
She
and I we're both stocked up. I put Ben and Jerry's in the freezer this morning here at work. I put, I brought my safety goggles.
I know. That's helpful.
So that there's not even a, I don't even get any, give me my camera, Bill. So I don't even get any potential dust in my eyes, right? I don't even want there to be a whiff of capsaicin anywhere near my peepers. Now, the way it's going to lay out is I said that I would do mine in the first hour of the show. Mary would do hers after 3 o'clock, and Poundcake would do his after 4. Dr. Ryan Berglund will be here for the last hour of the show today. We do a thing called Is It Red? He's a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic, and so a few times a year he'll come in for, if you've never joined us for that segment before, it's for guys who might have some strange things going on down there, right? And then people will email me questions. You can certainly do that. I've gotten a bunch of emails already. Otherwise, you can call with a question. We'll take that live later on, and we'll read your texts and all that. So after 5 o'clock, Dr. Berglund will be here. But the first 3 hours of the program today, that's pretty much how it's laid out. Now, what kind of program there will be in between, I don't know. I have prepared a show as I would any other day. I don't know, given the circumstances of the consumption of this and the fallout thereafter. I don't know. We shall see. But again, Mary's got, what did you bring? You've got
I had a peanut butter and banana sandwich for lunch and some, like a cup of white rice. It was like coat your stomach with bland foods, carbs, and fats. So that's what I went with. And then I brought Pepto, lactate ice cream, and Benadryl in case anybody has an allergic reaction.
Oh, boy.
Because none of us have ever had these peppers before. See, when I was talking about it yesterday, I was like, I am so much more worried about the mental aspect of this for me. Where I'm like, Cody has anxiety too. I have bad anxiety. So by reading everything online, I'm like,
You have to read that
I
stuff.
can't help it. I'm like, because I'm like Googling like how to prepare or what will help or whatever, that I'm like afraid. I'm afraid that my body is going to shut down or I'm going to have an allergic reaction or something horrible is going to happen. And so it's like the fear of the fear is what's freaking me out.
I got a lot of, we've gotten a lot of comments from people who've done these before or do them on the regular. And a common thread from some people I heard was, don't panic.
I've been panicking for 2 days. I'm going to cry. I already feel like I'm on the verge of crying right now.
Well, but they'll be covered up by the fact that your eyes are going to be sprinklers anyway. Our noses are going to be running. We're going to be tearing up. That's why we've got Kleenex in here.
Does this make you feel better, Mary? Ray on the chat said, you'll get new material out of this.
No, nothing is going to make me feel better.
What material? I ate a hot chip.
It's going to kill.
Here's how we do it. All right, you all eat the chip. Bill takes the liability of if one of you is out of commission, he's got to do whatever you had planned. So, if Alan, you're out of commission, he's got to go do your appearance in Willoughby. If Mary's out of commission, you got to drive to New York. You got to do a comedy show for her. And if Poundcake's out of commission, you got to go on his date and do everything that he would do on said date.
How about that? Hey, how about that?
Poundcake, go out of commission.
Oh, sir, you just fell right into Bill Squire's trap.
Can you be a jerk to me?
How about that? Yeah. Call me names. Yeah. Do you want me to...
What I'm worried about is like, what if everybody's puking and throwing up and crapping themselves and then we're at work right now? I brought an extra pair of pants.
I'd rather...
I'm not kidding. I bought a pair of leggings.
I'd rather crap myself than crap someone else. Well, I've got a big giant garbage disposal over here, but I don't know that it'll come to that. It's probably going to feel worse coming out than going in. That'll be tomorrow, though.
I've heard that it's actually way worse going.
Oh, really?
You don't have taste buds in your butt.
Yeah.
You don't?
The good news is,
what have I been
Mary,
doing?
It's also Friday, so you got to get down today.
I'm not
going
to be here for that. I fully plan on, if I am even I hate puking. If I am the least bit nauseous, I am going home.
Okay.
Flat out. I have not thrown up in 4 years, 4.5 years, and I'm not
you pride yourself
doing
on that
it
because
here.
it's like I didn't drunk throw up, so I'm not gonna sober throw up either.
I threw up sober one time. I had food poisoning the first New Year's Eve that I was sober, 2019 into 2020. I was so excited to have a sober New Year's Eve and wake up 2020 ready to go, and I was throwing up all night because I had food poisoning. That's the last time I puked, December 31st, 2019.
Yeah.
Again, I applaud you guys. I'm the only one that knows, and
You're talking like you're not going to do it at all.
He's setting us up for him not doing it. But that's what I said. You do not have to do anything you don't want to do. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman.
That's the double-edged
You're
sword.
an adult.
Where it's like, if we don't do it, then everyone's like, pussy,
Oh,
not
so
a team
what?
player,
Sticks
what a
and
loser,
stones.
blah,
Sticks
blah,
and
blah.
stones, man.
And then if we do it and complain, it's, nobody made you do this. Oh, you chose to do it. You knew what you're signing up for. I don't know why you're complaining.
Well, that's all up to you. I'm just saying out loud that no one has to do what they don't want to do. I'm only doing it because I said that I would. I absolutely don't.
I don't know
want
if I
to
have
do
that
it.
much pride, to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
To just do it because I said I would.
Well, it's my name on the wall. I mean, I can't. If he's going to bail and somebody else, one of us got to do it. It's got to be me. So.
Do we have to swallow it? Did we come to that agreement?
You're the one that said
I
eating
asked
a
that.
chip,
You guys said yes. You guys made fun of me when I asked the question. Eat it. Swallowing is part of eating.
Is part of it.
Huh?
That is part of it.
Well,
But
yeah.
I
All I said midweek was there's nothing that specifies you have to swallow it. But I think that that's probably implied. I think you guys are right. I think it's implied. You want to get the full effect, right?
Right.
I took a big old swaller out of it, and I was like, uh-oh.
All right, so we're going to break here. We're going to come back, and then I'm going to eat my chip, and we'll get this whole thing going. You can text if you like, 35192. I don't know if I will see them through all of the through the
Here,
waterfall of yeah. But we'll see.